Jayam Yasudanandana Jayam Buddhanandana Jayam Yamunatiravanachari Jayam Kunjavihari Hare Krishna. First, okay, you want me to speak in Tamil or English? English, okay. So, first of all, I'd like to thank His Grace, Kripasindhu Prabhu and also Navadisha Prabhu for giving me the opportunity to speak on a very important topic in our spiritual life today. And actually this is the first time in my life I'm giving a class in Jagannath Mandir. I never given a class before. So all the while I was not qualified to sit here and speak. So somehow Prabhupada's mercy today, all the Vaishnava's mercy, So before I start my class today, I like to pray to Sri Sri Radha, Sham Sundar, Sri Sri Jagannath, Baldev, Bhutmaya, Sri Sri SJMKL, Sri Prabhupada, and also all the senior Vaisnavas are here. So please bless me so that I can speak something beneficial for all of us on behalf of Sri Prabhupada and my spiritual master. And also all the Vaisnavas and Vaishnavis are here, please bless me. That whatever I'm going to speak today, all of us at the end of the day, when we go out from this door, please take something from this class. Because this topic is very, very important. In fact, the most important aspect in our spiritual life. Okay. So, let us start. Jnana Jananjana Salakaya Chaksurunglitam Yena Tasmini Sri Guruve Namaha Namo Visupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhuttare Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Dinamini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauramani Pachalini Nivashesha Sunyavadi Pasatya Desatarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Saraswati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Satma Vandamoy Savadhanam Mahate Jahara Prasade Bhai He Baba Togiya Jai Krishna Prapti Hoi Jahan Hote Krishna Prapti Hoi Jahan Hote Srila Prabhupada Ki. So once a devotee approached Prabhupada and asked Prabhupada, practically the devotee was complaining about temple president. Prabhupada, this temple president is not doing right, he's doing wrong thing, this, that. So practically he was complaining about the devotee to Srila Prabhupada, about the temple president. And Prabhupada said, in that case, why don't you do it? You take the task and you do it. Prabhupada said that. And then the devotee came out and told all the devotees that Prabhupada have elected me as a temple commando. So now all of you must follow my instruction. So he became very bossy and told the devotee, you must do this, must do that, do this. And he himself didn't do anything. So after some time the devotee got disturbed and one of the devotees went to Prabhupada and asked Prabhupada, is it so that you have appointed this devotee as temple commander? He became very bossy and asked us give us so many instructions. Is it true that you appointed him as temple commander? And Prabhupada became very upset. And Prabhupada called back that devotee and called back and told this to the devotee. First, you become the servant of everyone. Then you become the Prabhupada. Prabhupada said that to the devotee. So this instruction to all of us. To all of us. Okay? It's nice to hold responsibilities in this court. Okay? Even though you are GPC, even though you are temple commander, even though you are temple president. First, all of us must be a servant of the servant. This is the mentality we must have. So when we come to the temple, all of us should have this mentality. Regardless of whatever position we hold in this society. But all of us should come with this mentality that I am the servant of the servant. This is instruction by Srila Prabhupada. All of us, I'm sure many of you know this pastime of Ambarish and Durvasa Muni from Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th canto, 4th chapter. How Durvasa Muni will offend Ambarish. He wanted to kill Ambarish Maharaj. But Ambarish Maharaj was a pure devotee of the Lord. He just prayed the Lord and he was protected by Sudarshan Chakra. And Sudarshan Chakra will go after Dursa Muni. Sudarshan Chakra wanted to kill Dursa Muni. And Dursa Muni will run. He will run to Brahma Loka, to Brahma. Brahma said, I cannot do anything. You go in Lord Shiva, maybe he can help you. And Lord Shiva, he went there. Lord Shiva said, I can't do anything because this belongs to Narayana. You go approach Narayana, maybe he can help you. And finally, Dursa Muni came to Lord Narayana. He came to Lord Narayana and he said this. He complained, oh my Lord, your Sudarshan Chakra wanted to kill me. Please help me. Please save me. And this is what Lord Narayana told Dursa Muni. Can somebody read Krishna Chandra Prabhu? Can you please read, Prabhu?
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said to the Brahmana, I am completely under the control of my devotees. Indeed, I am not at all independent, because my devotees are completely devoid of material desires. I sit alone within the cause of their hearts. What to speak of my devotee? Even those who are devotees of my devotee are very dear to me.
Thank you, Prabhu. So we can see from this statement is from Bhagavatam. Right? Krishna says, Sarvasacham Hiti Sanvisto. I am seated in everyone's heart as Paramatma. But the devotees are in my heart, Krishna says. And Krishna says, what to speak of my devotee? Even those who are devotees of my devotees are very dear to me. Can you imagine? Don't talk about the devotees of the Lord. The devotees of my devotees are very dear to me. So this is a wonderful statement by the Lord Himself. Nahanti stami vaikunte yoginam hiti suva tatra tistami narada yatra gayante man bhaktaha. My dear Narada, actually I do not reside in my abode Vaikuntha, nor do I reside within the heart of the yogis, but I reside in that place where my dear devotee chant my holy name and discuss my form, past and qualities. These words, when I came to Hare Krishna 27 years ago, these were one of the verses which attracted me to ISKCON. Honestly, when I saw these verses, I said, oh, this is it. This society is going to take me back. This what Prabhupada has given us everything. You can see these words. Prabhupada has given us this wonderful society. So Krishna said to Narada, Narada, I am not yogi. I am Nahanti Stami Vaikunte. I am not Vaikuntha. Krishna said, Prabhu, what do you mean that Lord Narayana is not Vaikuntha? He is eternally reside there. What do you mean he is not there? But Lord said, I am not in Vaikuntha. Yoginam Irideswa. Yogi, all the yogis are meditating, on Paramatma. Krishna is Paramatma in their heart. And Krishna said, I am not there also. I am not the heart of the yogi. How come is that? Krishna said, I am in everyone's heart. That's a karma. But the Lord said, I am not neither in Vaikuntha, neither in yogi's heart. Tatati tistapi Narada. Oh Narada, you know where I am? Yatra gayati man bhaktaha. Wherever my devotees chant my holy name, glorify my pastime, I am there. So now Krishna is here. Krishna is here sitting among us because all the devotees are here. That's what Krishna said. Once I went to a temple. Then I was sitting and talking to a devotee and I asked him, where is there another devotee, another initiated devotee? He was missing. And I asked him, where is that devotee? Then devotee sir told me that he got some problem with the management Prabhu, so he is not coming to the temple. But the devotee told me that devotee which never come, he told this devotee, oh, I am doing everything in my house Prabhu, why should I come to the temple? I am chanting, I am doing Mangalarti, I am reading Bhagavad Gita, I am offering Bhoga, taking prasad. Why should I come to the temple? That devotee told this devotee and this devotee told me. I think it's fine, Prabhu is nice, he is doing everything. But the problem, Krishna is not there. Krishna is not in his home. I told him that. Then I told this verse. Krishna said, I am not Vaikuntha. compare your house and Vaikuntha, which is greater? Tell me, whose house is, of course, but whose house is on the level of Vaikuntha? Whose house? Krishna says, I am not in Vaikuntha house. Right? I say you can do everything, but Krishna is not there. Then he got shocked. What do you mean Krishna is not there, Prabhu? Then I recited this verse. Krishna said, I am only there, my devotees are. Unless his house is Bhakta Sangha, associated devotees, his house, then okay. But he alone practices Krishna Bhakti, then Krishna is not there. So all of us must understand. We must understand this verse. Where Krishna resides, he said among the devotees. So it's very important for all of us because for the past 27 years, I've seen many devotees never come to the temple. Oh, I don't have to come to the I'm a devotee, I'm chanting. Yes, nice, but Krishna is not there. Okay? So my topic today, the glories of Vaisnava Seva, the secret path towards the Lord the Lord. This secret path, not many know about this. Many of us know, yeah, by chanting we can go back to Go, that is Kali Yuga Dharma, yes. But not many knows about another path, much more easier path, that is serving the Vaishnava. You can go back home. You can go back home. Okay? So that is my topic today. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed pastime for 48 years, earthly pastime. And out of the 48 years, the first 24 years, Mahaprabhu performed pastime as a grahasa, teenage, childhood pastime. Then Mahaprabhu took sannyas at the age of 24. From 24 to 48 years, Mahaprabhu performed pastime as sannyas. For the first 6 years of his sannyas life, Mahaprabhu did India Yatra. Okay, he traveled to India. And last 18 years, Mahaprabhu resided in Jagannath Puri. And during that time, Mahaprabhu was displaying a very high level of devotion, bhava, prema. And he spent most of the time with his intimate disciples. Okay. So every year, Mahaprabhu will participate in the Radhyatra, Puri Radhyatra. And every year, thousands of devotees from West Bengal will come for the Radhyatra. And they will spend time with Mahaprabhu and all that every year. Once, a devotee from Kulina Gram, he came, he was a grahasa. And he came and approached Mahaprabhu. And he asked Mahaprabhu, okay, this was from Chaitanya Charitamrita Lila 1690. As in the previous year, one of the inhabitants of Kulina Gram submitted a petition to the Lord saying, My Lord, kindly tell me what my duty is and how I should execute it. This is a grahasa. Correct? All of us are grahasa, most aware of us. So he representing all of us. So he's asking Mahaprabhu, what shall be my duty? Because I'm a grahasa. I got commitment, I got children, I got work. I can't go, I can travel like sannyas, going temple to temple. So what should be my duty? Mahaprabhu, yes, Allah. And this is what Mahaprabhu replied. Can everyone sing together, chant together? Prabhu kahe Vaisnava Seva, Nama Sankirtan, Dui Kara Sikra Pabe, Sri Krishna Charana. Prabhu kahe Vaisnava Seva, Nama Sankirtan, Dui Kara Sikra Pabe, Sri Krishna Charana. Prabhu kahe Vaisnava Seva, Nama Sankirtan, Dui Kara Sikra Pabe, Sri Krishna Charana. The Lord replied, you should engage yourself in the service of the servants of Krishna and always chant the holy name of Krishna. If you do these two things, you will very soon attain shelter at Krishna's lotus feet. That's all. If you are in his car, Krishna, that's all we have to do. These two things. Primary thing Mahaprabhu said. Two principal duties of a devotee, first of all, is Nama Sankirtan. All of us chanting Hare Krishna mantra. So we must do this. And second thing, Vaisnava Seva. And if you do these two things, very soon you will attain the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. That's the words of Mahaprabhu, Lord himself, saying. Anybody here, Prabhu, I don't understand this, Prabhu. It's a very high philosophy for me. I don't understand, Prabhu. Please raise your hand. Anybody? It's a simple thing, correct? Very simple thing. He is spoken by Lord himself. Nama Sankirtana in Vaisnava Seva. Okay? Please understand. Once, Srila Prabhupada Diksha Guru, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati goes, Prabhu, thank you very much. Once Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj said, okay, let me ask you a question. What is the Yuga Dharma for Kali Yuga? Anybody? What is the Yuga Dharma of Kali Yuga? Anyone? Louder, Prabhu. Nama Sankirtana. Yes, Prabhu, Hari Ram Sankirtana. Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Eva Kevala. Kalau. It is mentioned, correct? Hari Ram Sankirtana, chanting the holy name. Is the Yuga Dharma, Prabhu. Yes, it's true, because that is what mentioned in the scriptures, correct? All of us are aware of that. But Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj said, no, that is not the actual Yuga Dharma for Kali Yuga. Maharaj said that. He said, the actual Yuga Dharma is Vaisnava Seva. He said that. The actual Yuga Dharma is Vaisnava Seva. Because Mahaprabhu said that in Shishastaka verse number 3. Can somebody read? Who has a mind, please read.
One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige. One should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord.
So all of us, we know these words, right? Mahaprabhu said, Kirtaniya Sada Hari, you want to chant the holy name of the Lord, you need to be as humble as a blade of grass, you have to be tolerant as a tree. Okay, we should be ready to offer our respect, we should not have false prestige. Correct? Kirtaniya Sada Hari, then we can chant the holy name of the Lord. But to develop these qualities, Maharaj said, only through Vaisnava Seva. If you want to develop these qualities, only through Vaisnava. Maharaj said that. It's not by Riti Bhakti, it's not even by chanting, it's not even by reading Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. He said only by Vaisnava Seva you can develop these qualities. Once you have developed these qualities, then only Kirtaniya Sada Hari. Then you can chant this Hare Krishna mantra. Makes sense, correct? That's what Maharaj said. So the actual Yuga Dharma for Kali Yuga is Vaisnava Seva. That's what Maharaj said. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, chapter 25, Mahaprabhu mentioned about 9 stages of bhakti. First of all, Shraddha, faith. All of us have faith. That is why we are sitting here. If there is no faith, you will not be sitting here. First is Shraddha, then is Sadhu Sangha. You must get Sadhu Sangha to develop, to go higher in our spiritual life. Third is Bhajana Kriya, then you have to do devotion service. You have to. When you come to the temple, please do devotion service. Otherwise, you can't go to the fourth stage. You can't go. You remain in the sadhu sangha, that's all. You can't go beyond that. You want to go to the fourth stage, you have to do bhajana kriya, you have to do devotional service. It is mentioned here. I've seen, look at this, I've seen devotees 20 years in ISKCON, 30 years in ISKCON, they remain there because they don't do any devotional service. They'll be sitting there, that's all. So you want to go to the fourth level, you have to do bhajana kriya, devotional service. Then only you can come to anartha nirviti. Then only you can clear all your bad karmas in your heart. Then only you can clear. If you don't do devotional service, you can't clear. You will remain there. All your anartha, all your dirt, all your karma will remain there. And you have difficulty after difficulty. As long as you carry all those anarthas karma, you will experience difficulties and difficulty in your life. That is why some devotees, they complain, I have these difficulties, I have that difficulty. Because they don't do devotional service, they don't clear the purest karma. Then next you come to the level of nistha, steadiness. Then our bhakti will be steady. And then you come to the level of ruchi, you get taste. In the holy name you have taste. In the association of devotee you have taste. You'll be, ananda, you'll be so much happy to see the Lord, to see Prabhupada, to see devotee. Then you have ruchi. And next you come to a level of shakti. You have attachment to the Lord, to Prabhupada, the spiritual master. And then you come to the level of bhava. Then you expect bhava, unlimited happiness, spiritual happiness. And finally you come to the level of prema, level of God. This is the 9 stages of bhakti mentioned by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. So we can see ourselves, where are we? Where are we? You can see, of course, to come to the level of bhava and prema is not easy, but at least we can come to the level of shakti. Okay, so this is 9 stages. As you know, Mahaprabhu spent 6 years going for yatra around India. Okay, and when he went to Madras, he happened to meet a great devotee, that is Ramananda Roy. Ramananda Roy, that time he was the governor of Madras. He was a politician, he was a grasa, but he was a pure devotee of the Lord. And Mahaprabhu engaged so many days in discussing this Krishna Tattva with Ramananda Roy. At one point, Ramananda Roy told Mahaprabhu, there are 4 unfortunate people. 4 type people who are unfortunate. First, one who never worships Krishna are very, very unfortunate. Ramananda Roy said that. And second, he said that one who thinks that his material ambition, his families and others are all in all. Nothing beyond that, Prabhu. That's my goal of life. I want to see my children study very well, become engineer, doctor, lawyer, get married. That's all. That's my goal of my life. Practically, that's what everyone telling outside there. These are the second unfortunate people, Ramananda Roy said. And third, one who never get devotees association. Third, unfortunate. So all of you are very fortunate because you are getting devotee association, especially Sunday. Once I asked the devotee, why don't come for? Because in typing we switch our program. Usually we have program up to 11 o'clock. But because of the COVID, we switched our program from 6 o'clock Mangalarti to 8:30. That's all. We have Prachanti, that's all. So morning. So the devotee didn't come. Then I asked him one day, why not coming to the temple for morning program? You know what he told me? Prabhu, Sunday is the only time where my family can sleep, Prabhu. The children are schooling, he is working. Sunday is the only time where our family can sleep, Prabhu. So, he is unfortunate, according to Ramanatha. And fourth, one who is a devotee association but never serves the devotee. This is what Ramanatha Roy told Mahaprabhu. You are in the association but never serve the devotee. You want devotee to serve you, then you are unfortunate, according to Ramanatha Roy. So when you come to the temple, it's an opportunity for you to serve the Vaisnava. Please ask yourself, how many people are serving the devotees? How many people getting the devotee to serve you? Ask yourself. You want devotee to serve you and you don't serve the devotee, then you are unfortunate. Simple as that. So these are the fundamental philosophy of our movement. These are the fundamental philosophy. If you don't understand this, if anyone don't understand this fundamental philosophy, then you are at the wrong movement. You are at the wrong society. That's all I can tell you. You are at the wrong society. Please understand, all these are fundamental philosophy. If you don't understand this, we cannot advance in our spiritual life. In Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.10, very beautiful verse, the nature of Kali Yuga, the nature of people in Kali Yuga, prayena paisa sabhyakala asmin jnana, manda sumanda mataya manda bhagya hiyupada. Sutta Goswami will tell the sages in Naimisaranya the qualities of the people in Kali Yuga. Alpa ayus, short life. We have a short life. Okay? Next, will be quarreling. Always quarrel. Okay? Husband and wife will quarrel, brothers will quarrel, sisters, brothers will quarrel, friends will quarrel. And you can see nation now UP in Russia, big fight, war going on. These are nature of the people in Kali Yuga. Always quarrel. And third is that manda, lazy. We are spiritually, we are lazy. Materially, we are lazy. That's the nature of people in Kali Yuga. And then we are misguided. Easily misguided. You can see now so many gurus claiming, I'm God. This is the real path. And people are following them. Because they are easily misguided. Because that is the quality in Kali Yuga. And then they are unlucky. Abhagya. They are very unlucky. We are very unlucky. And then he upadataha. We are easily disturbed. Easily disturbed. Agitated. That is the nature of the people in Kali Yuga. Once a husband and wife had a big quarrel in their home. In the moment of the heated argument, the wife went and took a bottle of petrol and she drank. Husband, bought some petrol and she drank the petrol. So after she had drank the petrol, she couldn't, because whole stomach was burning, throat was burning, she was running here, running there, running here, running there, non-stop. And the husband called the doctor. Doctor, I have a big problem, doctor. We had an argument and my wife drank petrol and then now she's running everywhere without stopping. Doctor, what shall I do? He asked the doctor. And the doctor said, don't worry. Once the petrol finishes, she automatically stops. That's what the doctor said. And after that, both of them, they were heading to town. Wife was looking at one side, husband was looking at one side. They are not talking terms. Halfway towards the town, they saw two pigs wild boar under a tree. And the wife looked at the husband and told the husband, look, your relatives. And the husband said, yes, my mother-in-law and my father-in-law. Okay, enough of jokes, let it go back to serious matter. Chandramani Maharaj once said in a lecture, just do three things, as Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings it. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu glorifies it. Namaruchi, Vaisnava Seva and Yaduraj. Chant the holy name, serve the Vaisnavas and give this mercy to others. This is the mission of Mahaprabhu, which is the full mercy of the Supreme Lord manifested in this age as Harinam Sankirtan. Right? This is the fundament of a movement. Namaruchi, Vaishnava Seva and Jivadaya. Jivadaya means preaching. We have to preach, give this Krishna Bhakti to everyone. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, three things a devotee must do: Namaruchi, Vaishnava Seva and Jivadaya. Right? Who has the greatest Jivadaya quality in the modern age? Anyone? Who has the greatest Jivadaya quality in modern age? Prabhupada, correct? Srila Prabhupada. Volume volumes. All these should have been done. Usual Kali Yuga. Okay, shortcut. So it's my fault the video doesn't work here. Surprising.
Through all the countries of the world, but he established one. A 70-year-old devotee of Krishna went to America in a cargo ship in 1965, and after an enormous struggle, he established an institution with a handful of young Americans. With them established this international society for Krishna consciousness. Within the short span of 11 years, Srila Prabhupada not only spread this movement practically through all the countries of the world, but he established 108 temples in all the major cities of the world. And this is how we can see that in order to fulfill his prediction, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reserved the credit to one of his most intimate devotees, and that is this divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. that woman is not worthy, wretched, unfortunate class. No. These men are the most fortunate. Anyone who accepted to put the consciousness is to be considered as the most fortunate. Because he has got the line of action, how his life will be perfect. Therefore, anyone who is in the consciousness and discharging the duties nicely is the most fortunate.
Prabhupada. Can somebody, Prabhu, have the mic? You can read. This is what Prabhupada said just now. Yeah, now this Prabhu you can read.
The Krishna conscious movement is not for the righteous, less unfortunate class of men. No, it is meant for the most fortunate men. Anyone who has taken to Krishna consciousness is to be considered as the most fortunate man, because he has got the line of action. Now his life will be perfect. Therefore, anyone who is in Krishna conscious and discharging the duties nicely is most fortunate man.
Thank you, Prabhu. See, this is what Prabhupada said in the video just now. All of us are very fortunate because we are in this mood. Once Mother Teresa nicely she said, if you judge people, you have no time to love them. Okay. It's becoming a very serious disease in our society, fault finding. It's becoming very serious. Once a devotee asked His Holiness Jagat Goswami Maharaj, why those days Krishna consciousness used to spread, very well in the US, but now it has slowed down. Why? You know what Maharaj answered? Maharaj said, those devotees do not know Vaisnava. Those devotees do not know Vaisnava. And now, because so many have committed Vaisnava, it slowed down. That was Maharaj's answer. So it's very, very important for us. Okay, and it's becoming a big disease in our society, fault findings. But Mother Teresa said, if you judge people, you have no time to love them. We came to this movement to give love and care. Correct? All of us came here to give love and care. But if you keep on judging people, finding faults, then you don't have time to give care and love. That's what Mother Teresa said. Once Mahaprabhu, he was dancing, chanting on the street, and the Brahmana said, what, you look like a sannyasi, but you are embracing Sudra, you are eating with them, you are dancing like a sentimental person. Who are you actually? And this is what Mahaprabhu said. Now Kisha Prabhu, you can read. Or anybody read the mic. Read the English translation, Prabhu.
I am not a Brahmin, I am not a Kshatriya, I am not a Vaishya or a Shudra, nor am I a Brahmana, a Brahmachari, a householder, a Vanaprashta or a sannyasi. I identify myself only as the servant of the servant of the servant of the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna, the maintainer of the gopis. He is like an ocean of nectar, and he is the cause of universal transcendental bliss. He is always existing with brilliance.
Thank you, Prabhu. So this is what Mahaprabhu said. Gopi Bhakti Pada Kamalaya dasa. That is what all of us should be. We should be the servant of the servant. Mahaprabhu keep on saying, a servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. So where are we? Where are we? Oh no, Prabhu, I am a Brahmana, Prabhu. I am 40 years in this movement. I only do puja for the Lord. I can't serve devotees, Prabhu. Then Hare Krishna. then you are at a wrong moment. It's a Mahaprabhu. Who's Mahaprabhu? He's the Lord himself. He say, I'm a servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. So where are we? Again I'm asking you, is it very difficult to understand? This statement very difficult? Oh Prabhu, this is so harder than my SPM. Ooh. This simple statement. Please get this in our brain. It's very simple. If you don't do that, then we can't advance. All of us came to ISKCON, we want to go back to Krishna. Correct? And this is a formula. The Lord himself has given us a formula. Why don't we take the formula? Correct? I'm sure many of you know this pastime of Kanchipurna and Lord Varadaraja. How many people know this story? You want me to tell the story? In Kanchipurna, there is a great Vaisnava. Okay, he was a great Vaisnava. He was an other devotee of Lord Varadaraja. Lord Perumal, Varadaraja. So, Kanchipurna, his service to the Lord is that one day he saw the Lord was sweating. He saw the Lord was sweating. Then he said, I must fan the Lord, and every day he will come and fan the Lord, Lord Varadaraja. And by doing his service, Lord Varadaraja start to have conversation with Kanchipurna. Can you imagine? Lord will speak to you. The deity form Lord will speak. Then everybody came to know about this, that Kanchipurna speak with the Lord. And every time, devotee will ask Kanchipurna, please ask the Lord when I'll go back to Vaikuntha Loka. And the devotee will ask, oh Kanchipurna, please ask the Lord when I go back to his lotus feet. So every day Kanchipurna will ask, oh my Lord, today I met that Brahmana. He asked me as a question to you when he will go back to Vaikuntha. So Lord Varadaraja will say, oh, that Brahmana will take 2-3 births, like that. So one day Kanchipurna had a desire, why don't I ask the Lord when I am going to go back to Vaikuntha? So he was started praying the Lord, but he was so hesitant to ask the Lord the question. And the Lord knew that Kanchipurna had this question, and the Lord asked Kanchipurna, Kanchipurna, you have something in your heart. What is that? Please ask me. And Kanchipurna will ask, oh my Lord, when will I go back to Vaikuntha Loka? When will I think your lotus feet? You know what? What did I just say? Kanchipurna, you desired to serve me, I gave you the personal service. You desired to talk to me, I give the opportunity to speak to you. But don't ask, please in Vaikuntha, don't ask. Because, this is what Lord. My Vaikuntha Loka is only for those who served. This is what Lord Varadaraja said. So all of us are here because we want to go back, correct? All of us want to go back. I want to go back, right? But what is the criteria? The Lord himself telling, this is the criteria. You have to serve it, devotees. You don't have to serve Lord Radha Shamshu, Jagannath, Baladeshwara. It doesn't matter. You serve his devotees. You can go back. And immediately Kanchipurna ran, he put on the fan, he ran to the house, he changed his clothes, he put on a very old clothes, he ran to the nearby village, and he went to the house of a great Vaishnava, Kavipurna. He went to a house of Kavipurna, he said, oh my Lord, please give me some work. You don't have to pay me salary, doesn't matter, just give me a small hut to stay, give me something, feed me something, enough. You don't have to pay me salary. And then Kavipurna didn't know that he was Kanchipurna, he didn't know. And then every day Kanchipurna go and herd cows and come back. And one day was heavy rain, and Kanchipurna got bad, and he happened to have only one cloth with him. And when Kanchipurna came back to the hut, he changed his clothes and put on his saffron clothes with tila, everything. He was chanting in the heart. And Kavipurna thought, oh my God, Kanchipurna, he got only one clothes. He brought new clothes and he went to the house of Kanchipurna, to the heart of Kanchipurna. And when he opened the door, he got shocked of his life. He saw Kanchipurna inside the hut chanting. And Kavipurna thought, Kanchipurna, it's you! All the while, I made a big, offense. I'm going to hell because I gave service to you. You are great devotee. And Kavipurna fall at the feet of Kanchipurna. Kanchipurna fall at the feet of Kavipurna. And both of them were hugging, crying. And Kavipurna said, Kanchipurna, your place is not here. Your place is Lord Vardaraja. Go back to Vardaraja. And Kanchipurna left the house and went back to Vardaraja. He took the fan and started fanning Lord Vardaraja. And Vardaraja said, Kanchipurna, now you can come back to me. Why the Lord said, Kanchipurna, now you can come back to me? Why? Because, yes sir, He is doing it. Right? So that's why it is very difficult. Very difficult to understand. I'm surprised actually. Honestly, I've seen some devotee who just can't serve the devotee. I've seen. I'm sorry, but I've seen that. Years, he just can't serve devotees. So what is the consequence? What will happen to him? He can take birth again and again. Okay? All these are the words of the Lord. The Lord Himself saying these. He's not ordinary people. It's the Lord Himself saying. Devotional service is necessary not to drive away an insignificant stock of sin. Okay? We do devotional service, it's not an atonement to all our sin. Yes, when you do devotional service, automatically all our sin, all our punya, all will burn away automatically. But to awaken our dormant love for Krishna, but the primary purpose of devotional service to arouse our love for Krishna. As fog is vanquished at the first glimpse of sunlight, one's sinful reactions are automatically vanquished as soon as one begins serving pure devotee. No separate endeavor is required. You don't need separate endeavor, just serve the devotee. Prabhupada said that. Once, a Brahmana brought his son to a Gurukul. And he registered his son in the Gurukul. After 3 months, he wanted to see the progress of his son. He thought, oh, now my son will be expert in Sanskrit. He will be expert in chanting mantra. He must be a great devotee. That is what he had in his mind, and he went to the Gurukul to see his son. Unfortunately, he saw his son was cleaning the toilet. And he got shocked of his life. What? I sent my son to learn Sanskrit, mantra, but he's cleaning the toilet. And then the father went and approached the master. Swami, I sent my son to learn Sanskrit, all this. Why are you sending my son to clean the toilet? If you don't have enough staff, tell me. I'll hire staff to clean your toilet. Why are you getting my son to clean the toilet? And the master said, let me ask you a question. If you have a headache, who you will give the medicine? You or your house servant? Then father said, of course me, I'm having a headache. I should take a medicine. Why should I give to my servant? Yes, this master said. Everyone has a disease. The disease is that they think we are master. That's the disease of everyone. We think I'm master. Everyone should serve me. We don't think ourselves as servant. So this is the disease. So when we come to temple, take off the disease and hang on the gate, the temple, and you come in. You come in as a servant. Then you will do service. Then you will serve the people. You come in with the mentality that I am the master, you will never do service. You will never serve the Vaisnava. Once the father asked the son, oh my son, when I beat you, I see you are calm, you don't react, you look calm. How you control your anger? Then the son said, Father, if I'm in anger mode, when you beat me, I go and clean the toilet. Then the father asked, toilet? What cleaning toilet got to do with your anger? How it satisfy you? The son said, I clean the toilet with a toothbrush. Hopefully no children here. Next time father beat them, they know what to do. Prabhu said that in the class, no problem. Father, to wash toilet with a toothbrush, then I'm in deep trouble. Once Krishna asked, some devotees were there, you know how I became God? This story was told by His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj. One in his class, he told this story. How I became God? Krishna asked the devotee. Anybody can answer how Krishna became God? Anyone want to try? Shantrama Mataji, how Krishna became God? Because devotee worshipped Him, then only became God. But before devotees were there, Krishna, he was God. Correct? So how Krishna became God? Bhagavan? Anyone? This was Krishna's answer. This was Krishna's answer by the blessing of the Brahmana. Brahmanas, Yami devotees. This was Krishna. Of course, Krishna was joking, correct? Before nobody, Krishna was already there. He already caught. Correct? But Krishna is telling, where he is putting is with the Vaisnavas. The level he was putting the devotees. That level, higher than me. By their blessing, I became God. Krishna said, that is the level of Vaisnava. Very nicely, Krishnadas Kaviraj Maharaj said, unless one is favored by a pure devotee, one cannot attain the platform of devotional service. Please understand this. If you are not favored, you don't get the mercy of pure devotee, you will never get opportunity to render devotions. Don't talk about prema, bhava and all that. Even opportunity for service, you will never get. If you don't get the blessing of a Vaishnava. To say nothing of Krishna Bhakti, one can even be relieved from the bondage of material existence. Okay, don't talk about Bhakti. Even you want to attain moksha also cannot. You don't get the blessing of a Vaishnava. So let me tell you a wonderful pastime for great Vaishnava named by Kanakadas. He was such a wonderful Vaishnava. Kanakadas was born in 1509 in Karnataka, India. He took Guru Diksha from a spiritual master named Yasatirtha. And he had composed many bhajans in Karnataka, Abhanga they call it, okay, wonderful bhajans. And one bhajan he composed. Once rice and ragi came to Lord Ram. He wrote that story. Ragi and rice came to Lord Ram, and both of them asked them, who are greater, rice or ragi? And Lord Ram sent both of them to prison. After 6 months, rice become rotten, spoiled, but ragi remains here. Ragi is eaten by the poor people, and rich people used to eat rice. So from this story, Kanakada says the Lord is always with the poor people. He said from this story, Lord is always with the poor. So once Kanakadas, his spiritual master, called Kanakadas to Udupi to have a darshan, to have a association with spiritual master. So before Kanakadas went and see his spiritual master, he went to Udupi temple to have darshan of Krishna. But because Kanakadas came from a low caste he was not allowed into the temple by the Brahmanas. So Kanakadas, he was staying outside of the temple, the wall, he could not see the Lord. And for many days, Kanakadas was crying, praying the Lord, "Oh Lord, I'm so unlucky to have your darshan. I'm so unlucky." Unfortunately, he was crying. When he was crying, all of a sudden, the wall collapsed and a hole was formed. And Kanakadas could see the Lord. But unfortunately, Kanakadas could only see the back of the Lord. The Lord was facing the other side. Kanakadas was seeing only the back of the Lord. At that moment, the Lord turned 180 degrees. The Lord, the deity, turned 180 degrees, giving the full darshan to Kanakadas. So can you imagine what kind of a devotee was Kanakadas? Until the Lord himself turned, now all the Brahmanas was in shock to see. And then they realized Kanakadas was a great Vaisnava. And they built a window, the whole form on the wall. They built a window called Kanakadas window. Now you can go even see that window. Okay? It is called Kanakadas window. You know what Kanakadas prayed to the Lord? "I have been sweeping your temple courtyard for years, O my Lord. You have never paid my salary. Today, I am demanding my salary together with the interest." Kanakadas told Udupi Krishna, "You must pay my salary, Krishna. You cannot run away today." You know what was the salary of Kanakadas? "My salary is for all my future births. I want to take birth as a sweeper. And I want to sweep the backyards of your devotees' houses." This is what Kanakadas prayed to Krishna. "I like to be born as a sweeper so that I can sweep the house of your people." Not even a temple. He prayed so that I can sweep the house of your devotees. Can you imagine? Kanakadas, such a great Vaishnava. And this is what he prayed to the Lord. To serve his devotees by sweeping the houses. So where are we? Where are we? Something to ponder. 15 years ago, by the mercy of Uttama Chaitanya Prabhu, he was the temple president of Jagannath Mandir and Vishnu Chaitanya Prabhu. About 15 to 20 devotees, we went to Chaupati, India. We spent there about 1 week. Okay, we spent there about 1 week. Uttama Chaitanya Prabhu couldn't go. I think Krishna Chandra, Tadvi Prabhu, did you come? Prabhu came, Tadvi Prabhu came. And TKG Prabhu and many temple presidents. So I came, I got an opportunity. We spent 1 week. And we got the opportunity to attend one Sunday program. Big crowd. Sunday program, 2,500 people. In Radhana Maharaj, in class, 3,500 people. Fine. No place. This is how they do it. After the Sunday program, I was going down to take prasad. And one brahmachari was escorting us. At the back of the temple, there were 10, 15 elderly devotees were sitting on a chair like that. You can see elderly devotees. They were sitting on the chair. Then this brahmachari asked me, "Prabhu, do you know who are they?" I said, "I don't know nothing." You know what he said? "This is a steel billionaire. This is the textile billionaire." Billionaire, not millionaire. Okay? Billionaire. See, practically all of them billionaire. Then the devotee asked me, "Prabhu, do you know what is their service after this? Do you know what is their service after this?" I said, "They'll go and wash pots." All the billionaires will go and wash pots. That's what he said. Back. They'll go and wash pots. So how many of us will stay back and wash pots? "I don't have time, Prabhu." I don't know, I'm busy. When I came to Krishna consciousness 27 years ago, I was serving Penang Center. That was the first yatra I served. After Sunday program, all the youth, I served my brother youth. You know what we'll do? We'll go and wash pots. We were so happy. Wash pot, we'll mop the temple. That was my service 27 years ago. By Lord's mercy, Prabhupada's mercy, I'm sitting here now in class. First, you have to be servant. That's what Prabhupada said. First, learn to be as a servant. So it's very important. That is the best service. Until now, I'm hankering for that service, Mataji, to wash pots. Now many temples, so much of anxiety, so much problems. I miss the service to wash pots. But until now, by Prabhupada's mercy, I'm still washing pots in Penang Center. I'm very fortunate. So anyway, that is the best service you can get. Any new devotee, please, go and wash pots. That is the best service you can get. You'll be so much happy. I'm telling you, so much happy. But that is a very dear service to the Lord, because you're putting yourself so humble to wash pot to sweep. That's what Kanakara says. That's what all these billionaires do. Very famous sloka in Adi Purana. Krishna said to Arjuna, those who are my direct devotees are actually not my devotees, but those who are my devotees are actually my devotees. Right? So we have to be the servant of the servant, then Krishna will be pleased. Whatever action a great man performs, common men follow, and whatever standard he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursue. When I came to Hare Krishna 27 years ago, I saw this poster and I got shocked. What is this? The Supreme Lord, 330 million devas of Bhakshipi, Sarvaloka Maheshwara. And what he is doing? He is washing the foot of a poor Brahman. When I saw this picture, I understood what I should do in ISKCON. I understood what I should do in ISKCON. Serve the devotees. That's all. Simple as that. Serve the devotees. The Lord Himself is washing the feet of poor Brahman. Who am I to say no? All of us we have to understand. We have to understand. Follow a devotee. The more devotees you have, the better for you. They will not only take you to Krishna, they will carry you to Krishna. That's what His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. Not only they will take you, they will carry you to Krishna. That is the advantage of being in the association of devotees. Right? They will carry you. The mercy of the devotees will take you. Who is this person washing the feet? Who is this person? Who is he? Pope Francis. He is the Acharya for the Roman Catholic all over the world. He is Acharya. Like Prabhupada for ISKCON, he is Acharya. And what he is doing? He is washing the feet of African immigrants. He is washing the feet of African immigrants. You know, from material point of view, they are considered very low class. Right? And he is washing their feet. And then he will kiss their feet. So what is the message Pope telling them? Everybody understand, correct? You understand, correct? Anybody don't understand the message from this picture? Who are we? If Mahaprabhu can tell, I am the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant, who are we? Something to ponder. In Bible, Matthew 18:1-4, nice pastime. About the time the disciple came to Jesus and asked, "Oh my Lord, who is greatest in the kingdom of God?" They asked Jesus Christ, "Who is greatest in the kingdom of God. Jesus called a little child to him and put the child among them. Then he said, I tell you the truth, unless you turn from your sins and become like little children, you will never get into the kingdom of heaven. So anyone who become as humble as this little child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Okay? You don't have humility, you cannot, Jesus said, you can't even go to heaven. Okay? Humble as a child. That's the greatest quality in heaven. That's what Jesus said. Before Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj entered his pastime, the final 1 week before his departure, he called all the disciples. The final teaching a few days before his departure in December 1936, Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati spoke his last words on Vaisnava Tattva, which are the most important and most relevant to all of us. Okay? Most important and most relevant to all of us is what Maharaj said. If the Vaishnavas do not understand that serving other Vaishnava is the most beneficial thing, then they will not advance in devotion. If you don't understand the importance of serving Vaishnava, you will never advance in your spiritual life. That is what Maharaj said. One has to cultivate Krishna consciousness by sincerely serving the Vaishnava. You have to sincerely serve the Vaishnava. That's how we can cultivate our bhakti. And by endeavoring to please them with the body, mind and soul, you have to please the Vaishnava. Body, bodily, mind and true soul. Maharaj said, if the Vaishnavas are pleased, then all merciful Sri Krishna will give his grace. You must always remember this. These were the last words of Maharaj before his departure. Right? So this is a takeaway. This is a takeaway from my class. You don't have to remember all. Just remember this now. When you go out, remember this. What Prabhu spoke, last, you remember this. Then my class was successful. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Before I end my class, there are some quiz. Okay? Anybody know the answer? Please raise your hand. You don't have to tell, raise your hand. Then you tell, you get a gift. Okay, first question to Mataji. No Prabhu's Mataji. What is the name of the great Vaishnava poet from Karnataka? Think of your mass, Mataji. Kanakada, thank you. Hare Krishna, give a big clap. Come, Mataji, please. Take a small gift. Please come. Mataji, please come. Take a gift from me. Okay, it was Kanakadas. Thank you very much. Okay. Next question to Mataji, you can answer. Okay, let the other answer. Next question. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, next question. According to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what are the two main principal duties of a devotee? Anyone? Remember? Mahaprabhu said to the Brahmana, to the Kulina Gram devotee, two principal devotee service, quality. What is that? You forgot! Shh, quiet, Mataji. Oh, it's not you. Okay, Mataji, yes. Take your mask, Mataji. Oh, Mitra, Hare Krishna, Mitra. Yeah, what are the two main principles? Huh? Okay, Vaishnavas, thank you very much, Venda. Please come. Okay, actually is Nama Sankirtan and Vaishnava Seva. Hare Krishna. So I can give a gift like a Bangalore. Okay, it's just simple bookmark and okay. Na Prabhu, idu kuduthu, ematringa. Okay, next question to Mataji. How Lord Krishna claimed he became Bhagavan? It's very simple. You audience of Mataji, let others, yes, give up. Blessing of the Brahmanas. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, next question to Prabhu's. Mataji is all please quiet. Prabhu, anyone can answer. What is the title of the representation? Yes, Navakisha, because I sent to him, you tell lah. Okay, what is that? Okay, after that? Otherwise I didn't send to him. Okay, never mind. Okay, the glories of Vaisnava Seva, the secret path goes. Okay, next question. Give the meaning of this verse. Anyone remember? Nam Tisami Vaikate. Anyone remembers the meaning of this verse? Huh? Yogi? To know, I'm where? I am in the... Okay, boleh lah, dekat-dekat lah. Okay, okay, come Prabhu. Okay, the Lord say, I'm not in Vaikuntha, I'm not in the heart of a yogi, I am wherever my devotee glorify my name. Thank you, Prabhu. So, Prabhu, okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, next question, Prabhu. Ramanatharaj told Mahaprabhu there are 4 unfortunate people. Who are they? Prabhus. Remember, there are 4 unfortunate people told by Ramanatharaj. You quiet, bro. Let the other. Okay, Prabhu. Okay. Okay, all in all. Okay, good. Yes, good. One more. Never serve. Yeah, thank you very much, Prabhu. Please come, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Let's end my first part. If I got an opportunity by the mercy of the devotees, I'll come again to share with you the second part. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna. We have some questions.
Oh yeah, questions, huh? The questions Krishna Chanda and Shanti Rupamari can answer.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, before that, thank you for the presentation. It was very well focused and the effort you have put in it is very, very nice. So, the question is, from your experience, you've been there for the movement for 27 years and you've done many things in management as well. We have this phenomenon in Krishna consciousness in some temples that there are devotees who come and then they take up Seva. And then we also have coined these words in this form, such as blooping, frying out. So, and we do see that there is a high turnover rate also. So, why do you think this happens? And at the same time, do we have a role as a congregation to help that this does not happen to prospective devotees?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
See, thank you, bro. Very relevant and practical question actually. This problem we are facing as a society. Not only this temple, everywhere practically, even now. So Prabhu, once a devotee asked similar question to one devotee. He was giving class in US. So he posed this question. So he said, Prabhu, ultimately everything boils down to one. You know what he said? False ego. That's it. False ego. Okay? So he said, if all the devotees don't have this false ego and have the mentality that I'm the servant, then he said there's no problem in this point. He said that. So, of course, this problem, Prabhu, there are many root causes. I mean, it's not as easy as, simple as one word we can give it the answer. Because it differs by devotees. Some devotees will leave temple or loop or, space thought for some other reason. Now, I know once, what happened? Once Jagadaswami Maharaj came to one temple. One Mataji, she bowed down to Maharaj when Maharaj was walking, and she bowed down and she came, he stood up. She was so depressed, disappointed because Maharaj didn't stop and spoke to her. And because of that, she left the temple. Because of that. So actually, Prabhu, there are many reasons why the devotee can go, space out, leave the temple. So that devotee, when he was giving class, he was saying only one thing, because it's such a vast thing. I said one thing: if all the devotees don't have the falsehood, just put down and come to the temple as a servant. He said no problem. So that's why, Prabhu, this you can see the Lord saying, so many great acharyas saying that same thing. And we are in the middle of Kali Yuga, Prabhu. It's not easy to practice bhakti. It's not easy. In the material world. Once Bhaktivinoda Maharaj said that in a class, this world is designed to forget Krishna. I said, this world is designed to forget Krishna. To forget that you are a devotee of Krishna. To forget that you are a servant of Krishna. This world is designed for such. So how we can practice that I am a servant, I am a devotee? Very, very difficult. Because the ahankara is there. So if you ask me, Prabhu, my realization is simple. Simple. Every devotee, Prabhupada once said, when a devotee walks into a temple, that means Mahaprabhu has sent him. Prabhupada said that. When a devotee walks into a temple, Mahaprabhu has sent him. Bahuna Janmanvante Prabhu, millions of births, they have done punya. And this life he got opportunity to serve Krishna, he is coming to a temple. And we are, say so many things, treating him and he leaves. Correct? When I was in Chowpatty, Radhana Maharaj said very nicely, when a devotee comes to a temple, he comes for love and care, Prabhu. Correct? All of us came because we want love, we want care. Maharaj said that. And when you couldn't find love and care, he'll leave. He'll bloom, so space out. So all of us have tasks to do. We ourselves accept the mentality that we are servant to everyone. Hare Krishna Prabhu. What Prabhu means? Your master, I am a servant. Correct? Hare Krishna Prabhu, your mother, I am a servant. We say that, but we don't. That's the problem.
Could I just say one point?
Yes.
I thought of this point and I could get your opinion on this. One of the points I was thinking is that there is a sense of holier than thou amongst preachers or people who tend to judge people for saying that you are not doing enough service, that you are not doing this. And then when people feel judged, then they feel they want to leave. Do you think that this is a major issue as well?
See, once Prabhupada said, if you are in management, Prabhupada said, then you have the right to criticize, to discriminate devotees. Prabhupada said, you have the right. Okay? So that is part of the duty of management. You have to discriminate, you have to criticize, but constructively. And Prabhupada said that all of us came to Hare Krishna on volunteer basis. We are doing on volunteer basis. Nobody are paid. And Prabhupada said, managers should deal with them carefully. Prabhupada said. So like what he said, Prabhu, I'm not proud of myself. In 27 years, I've been the chairman of ISKCON Taipei for 24 years, Prabhu. Okay? Prabhu, in 24 years as a chairman, I have never scolded, I never raised my voice, even one devotee. I mean, it's not something to proud of. I never scolded even one devotee or never raised my voice. Because I see myself as a servant of the devotee. Prabhu, where got servant scold his master, Prabhu? Tell me. Anybody have hire a maid in your house and your maids scold you? Do you have that? No. Only the master will scold the servant. The moment you scold a devotee, that means you are master. You are thinking you are master, that's why you have the right to scold. If you think you are a servant, you will never scold, Prabhu. You never raise the voice because you are a servant. So I put myself in that position. I am the servant of the devotees. And that helps, Prabhu. Until now, Prabhu. Until now, every year AGM, I will be written unopposed. nobody will come oppose for the position of chairman of ISKCON Taipei. In 1 year, I got so bored and fed up. I say, what la, every year unopposed la. At least get some challenge la, some election. So for that reason, some devotees nominated. Okay, Prabhu, he'll be 2 hours, for the position of the chairman. Myself, another devotee. Okay, during the voting, all the congregation voted for me except one person. Voted for that person. You know who's that person? My wife. Okay, simple Prabhu. My realization. Put our son as servant. No problem. I'm telling you, no problem. That's my realization, my experience. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for that answer, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, we can end here. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thanks to the Lordship, Prabhupada, and all the senior devotees are here. Actually, Manaki Prabhu, all are senior devotees. Actually, you should be giving class, I should be listening. So, thank you for the opportunity. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna, devotees, please be seated for a short while. Just a few quick announcements. Jai Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar ki, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Manahari ki, Jai Shri Shri Nitai Sundar Gaurahari ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, His Grace Yaduraj Prabhu ki. Prabhu, thank you very much for your wonderful class and realization. It's a very nice topic, Glories for Vaisnava Seva. Okay, and also, Prabhu has recently got an award from the Taipei prison for being the best Hindu Dharma preacher. So, honors to Prabhu. Yeah. So, and as mentioned last week, Rama Navami is on the 10th.